Hello and welcome in. My name is Drumroll Tony. I'm a streamer on Twitch, musician, and music teacher living in Seattle. In this video, we're checking out music from the new MMORPG, Tarisland. Tarisland is a classic MMORPG on PC and mobile devices featuring raids, diverse classes, crossplay, and a vast world for exploration. We'll talk more about the game in a little bit because first, we're going to listen to some of the soundtrack and get some video game composition insight from none other than Russell Brower himself. The officials have invited the renowned former Blizzard composer Russell Brower to craft the game's music meticulously. Having composed famous music for Diablo, StarCraft, and World of Warcraft, the quality of his work is highly anticipated.
I think one of the most fun moments I had was when I found what I felt the Misty Forest was about. Now, this is an area where the inhabitants are very closely tied with nature.
Oh,
the
cool.
first thing I decided I wanted to do right off the bat was use a predominantly female-voiced choir.
See? This is why these videos are great. I nerd out for this stuff. We get the composer information. It's this wooded area. Maybe it's a bunch of druids that live there. I don't know. I haven't played the game. But the important factor here is he says, I wanted to use female voices to communicate that feeling. I love these videos.
A small group of kind of angelic voices singing just a simple ooh or a very
The oohs and
gentle
ahs.
ah sound.
There you go. Well, that's nice. Listen to the triangle work of the strings there.
Silverlit and Silverlit Bleak are the only two zones where I've intentionally used a melody to bridge both zones.
Consistency.
I'm writing themes for each of these zones. I want them to all feel like they're coming from the same world. In this case, Tarisland.
See, this is why we get inside looks to everything, you know, especially like movies. You hear from the directors and, you know, lighting staff. You get like everybody. For video games, hearing the inside information from the composers, I think is really important. Speaking for myself, like I'll play games that I played 20 years ago because the soundtrack is great. So when we get to hear these ideas of why the thematic material is so consistent between the cities and towns that we go through, I mean, we kind of understand that when we play it, but it's just a lot more fun to hear it directly from the composer. Wow, the graphics look amazing. Look at the scene.
The Ancash Canyon area. I went for a traditional, slightly Asian melody, but I also infused it with some Western chord changes and turns so that melody that works both played alone on a lonely English horn sound.
The lonely English horn, let's go. Okay, the insight to the music is very cool, but I have to say, just visually speaking, this looks like a gorgeous game. I can't ignore that.
Then as you flow through, the area is enjoined by the strings and everything. And then it takes you, it lifts you off your feet and takes you somewhere.
There you go.
This has been a terrific project, very inspiring, and I can't wait for the future players of Tarisland to experience all this.
Yeah, I think we can't wait to experience it as well. That was definitely some great information about some compositional aspects of the soundtrack, but before we listen to any more, let's talk about what the game Tarisland is actually about. Derived from the classic warrior, mage, and priest classes, Tarisland is designed up to 9 different classes, and each class with 2 specializations for you to choose from. Each profession has a rich and flexible talent tree system, allowing cost-free adjustments based on different combat scenarios to find your unique build. Return to the pure fun of raids, cooperating with a team to overcome various unique game mechanisms and challenge epic-level bosses. Discover the large world within the game featuring various puzzles and adventure gameplay, experiencing unique fun beyond adventures, and do that with any of your friends because Tarisland has crossplay. Now that we have an idea what the game is about, let's listen to one of Russell's compositions from the soundtrack. This is Silverlit City Hero. It is, as it said, I feel like a hero. This music feels very regal, but there's a huge amount of contrast in the beginning. I'm going to rewind to the top here. We have these kind of fleeting, sporadic ideas introduced by a piccolo. Awesome space. Theme comes back. And then percussion, we have some harp there. Bum, bum. The brass comes in, and it kind of feels we're moving through the center of town, and I just feel very powerful. And right there, ba ba da 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 da. The voices are back. Now in the video we talked about the female voice choir, the oohs ahs representing the forest area. This feels very different right here because it goes so well with this theme. It's not like you're restricted to using one timbre of voice, one style of instrumentation to communicate. You can use the same type of voices, not literally just we use the word voices for like just instrumentation when we're scoring material and music. But I think it's a great example of how he talked about it in the video, and now you can hear it here, and it just makes you feel very hero-like. That's the name of the piece. Now, of course, we all play our characters different ways. Maybe you're role-playing your character, and you're going to be a villain. Maybe you're roguelike. Maybe you're a paladin out to save the day, and you have a very, very good intention. This music can be manipulated to fit your character however you want because it's the theme of the town. That's one of the best part about fantasy games for me. Beat 'em. The phrasing there, it's just like perfectly written. Oh, that's gorgeous. So the floor caves away. Dynamics come down, smooth legato melodies, ba-dee-da-da-da, little deceptive rhythms in there. Very, very gorgeous. Let's keep going. Fun use of percussion. And now we bring those march little concepts back. That middle section was absolutely gorgeous. I got a little carried away and listened to the percussion. The woodwind melodies that are happening are absolutely just to die for beautiful. That's 129. We're going to rewind a little bit here, just back like, I don't know, maybe about right here. Because we still have elements of the harp happening. I didn't even notice the voices were still in this part on the first listen. It's very, very, like, fragile's not the word, yet it's just delicate with the way this is written. That's a very explorative melody right there. And I did like the call and response that we were getting from Piccolo. Once again, it's kind of a shout out to the beginning. There's that theme. Ooh, little sonorities that are different there. This is really good writing. Okay, Russell's like that. This is really fun to listen to. The theme in the beginning was so big and just predominant with percussion and march-like, but here it's disguised within the middle layer. It's very smooth, very open, very legato, and not nearly as loud. Let's just rewind a little bit and re-listen to ba-da-dee-da-da, all this stuff happening. Ooh. Oh, man. Yeah, it's the way the little harmony changes that are happening. Now, earlier I made a comment about, you can fit your character to be kind of manipulate how you're going to play it. Even though the theme is relative to the city, yet we're getting so many little variations in here. So I think that's where the buying can come to how you play and what character class you play and how that affects you. Now, I know there are plenty of people that play games and that doesn't matter in the way they play. For me, I am definitely someone like that because the audio experience is definitely part of the gaming experience. So maybe that's you and you're like, oh yeah, I totally get it. Maybe that's not you. Be open to it. Think about how the music affects your choices within the game and how, what the overall experience is. Okay. Actually quite complicated with the layering that's going on. We still have thematic components in the beginning of the piece now submerged within the mix, and we have some string sounds like cello layers coming in and enriching what's happening here. This is much harder than you like. Russell's very good. This is extremely difficult to do successfully. Ooh. Oh, nice pizzicato and concert bass drum to end the whole thing. All right, Silver Lit City Hero. That was a great piece. Well, there you go. That was a fun look at the game Tarisland, especially with the focus being on the soundtrack written by Russell Brower. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. If you want to check the game out, the link is in the video description below. My name is Drumroll Tony. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.